Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Idioms 351. The idiom today is pardon my French. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If someone says pardon my French, it usually follows an occurrence when someone has said a dirty word or used bad language, bad language in the sense of foul language, again, any sort of offensive or dirty words. And it basically means, please excuse my swearing. Even though I said this dirty word, please excuse me that I said this dirty word. It is often meant as a joke because the speaker and the listener are usually well aware that it is not French, but English. So they know they spoke English, but even though they're saying, pardon my French, so maybe they both can laugh about it or something. All right, let's continue. They say the phrase arrived from the fact in the 1800s, people sometimes used French expressions while talking in English and would soon apologize right after because the listener may not know the language or not know the French, of course. So let's continue. Originally, the French was not a dirty word. But often a disguised insult. So they probably was speaking English and they said something that, maybe they said a word or a couple of words in French that maybe they implied like the person was fat or ugly or something. And then they say, oh, well, pardon my French. So they kind of used it like that. Let's continue. Nowadays, when the idiom is used, the dirty word is usually spoken clearly. So everybody knows they said that dirty word and not disguised. The speaker, in a humorous way, just likes to blame the French. Okay, so this is the way we hear it used. All right, and we have 3 examples of just the way you might hear it used. Maybe somebody might say, You're a real ass, pardon my French. Yeah, maybe, well, if you're saying you're an ass to somebody directly, it is kind of an offensive word, but I don't know, maybe they're friends. Maybe it's a joke. Maybe they're teasing each other. Or number 2 here. The work he did is a piece of shit. Now, obviously, the word shit is the offensive word here. And somebody might say, pardon my French, but maybe he wanted to use this to really emphasize his feeling about how bad it is. Okay, number 3 here. He likes to drop F-bombs all the time. We sometimes joke about this. If you drop an F-bomb, it usually means that you said we sometimes call it the F word, probably one of the most offensive words in English. Probably number 1. The one that begins with F and it's 4 letters, everybody knows it. So that's what we mean. So if somebody drops F-bombs, maybe in their speaking, they say this word a number of times. So they are dropping F-bombs. And usually it's implied that it's very shocking. That's why we call it a bomb. Okay, good. Let's continue. All the time. And then says, pardon my French. Like that makes it okay. So he drops a lot of F-bombs, then says, pardon my French. Like, okay, I said pardon my French, so it's okay. All right, well, anyway, that's the way we'd often hear it used. Anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. Again, if you like how we cover these idioms and we try to include the origin to make people have a real connection to it so you can remember it more, please give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.